Good morning, afternoon, and evening whenever you're sitting down to watch this episode of the Caffeinated Dad Gaming live stream. Tonight we are continuing our playthrough here, obviously through Guild Wars 1. Of course, you know, what else could you expect? I'm really trying to emphasize finishing this story and getting all the way through, reliving what I did as a kid, and honestly, it's just nice. I look forward to this just because it's just chill, it's relaxed, and that is something that is so sorely needed most of the time at the very least. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope everything is going good in your neck of the woods, because it is going good in my neck of the woods. Everything is flowing through. Drawing in nature, what is going on? I'm preparing your coffee. Absolutely have to. I'm gotten to that point in my life that if I drink coffee anywhere past like, so we'll say 6 safely, I ain't sleeping well that night. So I just gotta make sure I'm more relaxed all the way through. But I'm glad that you're grabbing a cup of coffee, and I hope you're hanging out for a little bit. Sam, good to see you. Welcome in. Stoic already jumping ready, and I figured that you guys would be back in. You'd like to join when we get to Thirsty River? Yeah, let's go ahead and do it. I already got Prince Feywood ready to jump in and join, and like I think like Prince Feywood was like standing here waiting. He was waiting for me to log in. I do want to talk about one thing though. I do want to bring this up because this is something that happened. I have a little bit of a caffeinated story. So two things really. So first, last week I was given the best sword in the game. In my opinion, it's the best sword in the entire game. You can't beat it. Nowhere else is it like that, and it's actually the sword that I am going for when I get into Guild Wars 2 and translate that over, which is a fiery dragon sword. It's the best sword. You can't at me. There's nothing related. There's no question of what is the best sword in the game. And that's the one that I'm working on, and I was gifted it in this game. And that was by Spart. He's a mod. He's been a part of the Guild Wars 2 channel and my whole channel for a very long time. So I'm very appreciative, and I want to say thank you to him because I think the sword is like 400. It's an expensive sword. It's very 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 expensive. But nevertheless, I just have to say thank you to Spart, and I'm very appreciative of that. The other thing that I wanted to talk about, and you guys might enjoy this, is that my oldest daughter asked me to play Guild Wars 2, and I told her when she was at a certain age, and her birthday had just recently passed, and she logged in for the first time and created her own account. She created her own account all the way and created her own character for Guild Wars 2. She spent about 45 minutes, I want to say. I wasn't necessarily sitting there with her for every bit of it, but it was probably about like a half hour, 45 minutes that she spent making her first character. And she made a Sylvari Ranger, and she nicknamed her Violet. And it was one of those things that it's like, I don't know, that was like a parent, like a heart moment. I don't know, like I felt it in my chest. I was like, this is like a tearjerker. This is so great. And she was so excited. She was so excited. And then she got into the gameplay loop, and she's like, oh, you know, it's a little slow. It's, you know, it's, she's like, what do I do now? And I'm like, and I had to sit down and guide her and walk her through, right? And she goes, but where do I go? And in my mind, I said this to my wife, and I was like, these damn tablet kids and their music, you just go and explore. That's the whole point. You just go look for stuff. You don't have someone to tell you what's going on. I got a little, and she got bored of it after a while, but she's been asking me to play it again. So that makes me happy. That does, because this is a game that I love, and this is something that I hope that she will go ahead and love and play, or at least get into the genre, because I think the MMO genre is a lot of fun. You can really be who you want to be, really expand out who you are as a person as an extension through your character, and it was just a lot of fun. But that was something that was very sentimental that happened to me, and I wanted to share that with you guys because I figured you guys might like it. Ask Ada, are you going to try to get the spider from the underworld? That's the, I forget how many you get. Like you have to get a certain amount of titles, I thought, right? I'm not 100% on that, but I know that I have to get to 10 we'll say Hall of Monument points, which I think you get by getting titles, so that you can earn the fiery dragon sword. Correct me if I'm wrong. Ryan, that's awesome. Yeah, it was good. It was a good father-daughter moment, really. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and get in. Goose evening, Sprigham. Hope you were doing well. What is going on with you? Okay. All right. We're heading out. Here we go. So you guys will be able to see the cool fiery dragon sword. Check this out. Look at that. That is what I want. I want that bad boy for like my sword weaver. Like that's, I don't even know if it'd be sword weaver, but I just want that. And I also have to appreciate Prince Feywood. Check out his bow. Look at his bow. It's like glowing straight into his arms. You know, Guild Wars 1, like, I will give ArenaNet props. Like, they did a lot of things right. Okay, do we have to... We gotta take the... I guess we gotta take the Devourer. I think that's right. Yeah, it was something to that effect. You have to get a certain amount of achievement points for everything to essentially be... Oh, I didn't want to put it on Joe. I wanted to put that on me. Alright, that's fine. Reversal of Fortune. It's something that I've thought about, and honestly, I think it would be interesting, not only as a content creator for Guild Wars 2, but just in general for people to know. Like, I really feel like people would probably play Guild Wars 1 if if that was an option, you know? Like, if that was something that they could legitimately, like, figure out the easiest way to do, and I feel like people would play Guild Wars 1 just for those aesthetics, you know? How often do I stream? Right now I only stream guaranteed once a week. It ends up getting difficult, especially with the amount of content that I want to put out. Now, I do think that something that may end up happening, and it depends on... It kind of depends on how well everything is being received. Like, right now, my Lord of the Rings video, which came out last week, is doing very well. And a lot of people seem to really enjoy it. They think that it's something that's drawing them in. And I'm considering, you know, perhaps streaming twice a week and then playing, like, Lord of the Rings on that end. And still making content, yeah. But that's usually where most of my time goes, is editing videos, because this time of night is usually the only time that I have where I can actually sit down and do much of anything, you know? I have definitely thought about full-time streaming. And it's one of those things that I do think that is kind of like an extension of where I'd like to take my YouTube channel, of course. But like right now, getting, we'll say, YouTube views and a consistent, we'll say, traffic to my channel is probably going to be my best bet as a start. I do think that when I go full-time and like I can reasonably do it as a content creator, oh, absolutely, I'm going to be streaming all the damn time. You guys are actually going to get annoyed with me, which is fine. You guys can block me. A lot of people do. I don't know why I said that with like such happiness. Everyone does. The internet lets you watch tonight's stream. Nice. Glad to have you, Sprigham. Alexander. I'm really trying here. I'm not trying to be rude. Alexander, thank you for grabbing a cup, buddy. Welcome in. Welcome in. So the spider counts towards the hall monument. You have to go to the underworld, and usually you have to monk heal you as you charm the spider. Oh, okay. No, don't pacify. Jerk. Thank you. This is why you bring the enchanter, because they know who is actually doing all the work. Any chance you'll PvP at Yak's Bend? I mean, I could eventually swing back through. I think part of what I would like to do, especially with this time here, is actually just, this is actually some of the easiest, like, we'll say, just sit down and relax time to play video games. Like, and it's not to say that it's like when I'm filming other things, like, it's not, you know, I'm not like having a, you know, I'm not having a good time. No, it's not what I mean to say. It's more so along the lines that right now is usually when I just can just sit down, I can just play a video game and not have to worry about like, oh, the content. Oh, am I writing down this? Did I, you know, did this happen? Did that happen? Like, I don't have to worry about anything like that. I can just relax. But I do think I'll get back into PvP at one point, because PvP was just, it's so much fun. One day I will get God walking amongst mere mortals, but that's a slog. Oh, it absolutely is. 100%. I'll go for, what's it, a cod swimming amongst mere minnows, I think is the, okay, I gotta get through. No. Do I have it in my bags? Where's Joe? Where the hell is Joe? Okay, there's one. Don't hiss at me. I'm trying to feed you. Okay, I guess I've finished the quest, right? Yeah, there we go. There's a couple of ways. So I am dual streaming here, not only on YouTube, but I'm also streaming over on Twitch. It's the same caffeinated_dad_gaming. The only thing I will say is, that's not what I needed. I needed to get this one. The only thing I will say is that it may not, my channel is significantly smaller over on Twitch. But I would say, I'm pretty sure they're pretty regular with their, we'll say, announcements over on Twitch, if I'm not mistaken. I don't even think I'm an affiliate. Hilarious. Editing takes a lot of time, people don't know. It does. And for you to do it right, like, so this, it's either going to be Wednesday or Thursday, but this week's big video is actually going to be my largest video. It's going to be nearly 3 hours long. It's a compilation video. But it's covering something that I've been working on, and I just want to put it all into one concise place with some updates that have happened since the very first one that I put out there, and that should give you a hint of what it is. And most of it was just, you know, place and then add in just a little bit, and it's taking me an extra hour and a half to edit this. I probably have only added in maybe 5 minutes worth of, we'll say, content there. So it just takes time, is what I will stress. It just takes time. But I'm happy to do so. View on decaf coffee. Decaf coffee is perfectly fine. Listen, everyone drinks caffeine in a variety of ways. So if you drink coffee just by, you know, like energy drink or, you know, what have you, that's fine. Decaf coffee, in my opinion, I'm like, you gotta go for it. You can't, I guess we go this way, right? Okay, I guess we're just going this way. Oh hey, we got that boom blast. It's one of those things that to each their own, and I'm not going to be hypercritical of it. I personally love drinking as much caffeine as I can handle, which is usually only about 2 cups a day. Like, it's really not a lot, but it's just funny because everyone sits there like, oh well, you know, like proudly like, oh well, I drink decaf, and it's like, well, you know, decaf still does have a little bit of caffeine into it, but I'm not ruining your day. Oh, block. What's on skill 2? Skill 2 is Seeking Blade. It deals 9 damage and inflicts bleeding. The only difference between that and Sever Artery, Sever Artery doesn't do any immediate damage, it just bleeds over time. The sword attack, essentially it deals damage and then causes the bleeding. It's just an easier way to do it that only costs energy, or energy or mana. Doesn't cost anything else. Have you tried the convergences in Guild Wars 2 yet? No, I don't need to go this way. I have not, actually. I haven't gotten into that. I did play through the main story last week of Guild Wars, of the newest, we'll say, story, which it was actually a lot of fun. Like, I did enjoy it. Okay, here we go. To the Ice Cave. Okay, that's the primary quest, so I know that we're... Ooh, White Mantle. I hope you guys won't be bad people. It's like one of those things that I do want to get into because it does look like a lot of fun. And it seems like a lot of people have thoroughly been enjoying it. Mark of 8. Which is better, Guild Wars 1 or Guild Wars 2? The answer is it depends what type of gameplay you're looking at. If you want more of like the social MMORPG, then Guild Wars 2 is probably going to be your best bet. Now, it's not to say that you won't get any social aspects here. Oh, camera angles, please. It's not to say that you won't get any, we'll say good, we'll say social interaction here. It's just more so that this is more like an action RPG than anything, which is a good thing, is because the game is a lot of fun and it still holds up after all these years. But like, the only other real person in this party is Prince Feywood right here. Everyone else is just AI bots. Which, by the way, I do want to say, has anyone been paying attention to World of Warcraft? They were trying to test, I think they were trying to test, I think it's like AI controlled or AI related, we'll say party members. Like if you can't find a healer, apparently they're adding those in. I heard some talk about it, and I think that is absolutely hilarious. Because I'm like, oh, look at that, they're just taking a pic out of Guild Wars 1. But to answer your question, personally, I like both for different reasons. I like Guild Wars 1 because it's just a simple, true RPG that occasionally does have people. Like, you can just sit here and play and just have a good time. Like, Prince Feywood was crushing everyone. I don't think he meant to trade with me. Okay, maybe he did. Oh, and you have a key! Look at that! Thank you very much. Let's see what's in. Oh, it's a fire staff! Thank you very much, Prince. I appreciate it. But Guild Wars 2 is just great if you like that casual MMORPG that has a lot of social interaction, and it's not very, we'll say, time-consuming. It's very, very, very casual, honestly. I'm gonna say, gives you the background story for Guild Wars 2. I'm probably gonna do a, like, almost in that sense, like an analysis video of the new weapons and, like, kind of my opinion. I was waiting for them all to come out anyway. Oh, look. I can pay you back. Where are you? Here, straight. Wait, I can pay you back. There you go. Look, now we're even Stevens. There we go. I like that. I do want to do an analysis video talking about all the different ones, all the different changes that recently have come through, and all the new weapons and what they'll look like, and kind of give like my predictions. Like honestly, the Reaper with the double swords, or a Reaper with a double sword setup that's like a Blood Reaper, is just going to be absolutely crazy. It's going to be so much fun. So much fun. Used to drink. So, can we ask lore questions about Guild Wars 1? Like, what do you think of the story? Or do you like Sin or Menlo for your monk trainer? I mean, you're more than welcome to ask any of those questions. Thus far, I think the only one that really sticks out in my is Menlo. It's the one that I feel that I've had more, we'll say, experience with. Okay, hey, okay, just run away. I don't want to like steal your skills or anything. I don't even know if I have a tome. I don't think I have a tome. It's a lot of fun, and you're more than welcome to ask anything about this game, and I'll try to answer it. And there's quite a few people in this game, or in this chat, who know significantly more than I do. So I'm sure they'll jump in and help out too. AI is still a bad thing in games very not optimized, which is true, which is kind of ironic too, given that it's World of Warcraft. Shots fired. Yes, the game. I think the whole purpose of this game is to be chill. Like, it's meant to be kind of like this exploration. You just kind of go off and, you know, do your own thing. And like, the level cap's 20, so I'm already more than halfway there. And then once you hit level cap, which will happen before you finish the story, you essentially have to kind of like build out not only yourself but then your party to be optimized to handle everything that you come across, which is arguably so important. Where the hell are you? Can't you just stick with the party? Oh, what's this? Insane Rourke stuff. Yeah, Rourke got spoiler alert. Dude got smashed. And no, not in that way. He got rocked. He got rocked. I took the grind out, and now they give gear all over the place. Wait, what are you talking about with World of Warcraft? And a whole new world is opened up to me. You're playing World of Warcraft on your controller? Is that even possible? Oh shit, I guess it is. I didn't think it was. All right, I'm actually just trying to get to a town. There's still a quest that I have to. Yeah, what's it? If I remember correctly, Lion's Arc is like right here, and I'm finally in Cantha. So for any of you who played like Guild Wars 2 and are kind of curious like where I'm at, so we went through the Shiver Peaks. What's it? Hullbreak is like right around here-esque, and so is Lornar's Pass. This is all Ascalon, all just completely ruined. And right here is going to be Lion's Arch. Should be in like one of these areas, like where this bay. It's probably in this bay. Lion's Arch. Are we being attacked? We are being attacked. Grasping Ghoul. Let's go to the gym. I was just getting smacked like they owed me money, or I owe them money. This dude dying. Okay, not bad. There we go. Also, I'll be in Lion's Arch. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be very, very good. Did I find a Thea? I don't believe so. And if I did, I'm sure someone here will correct me. I don't remember. I don't remember that name sticking out to me. Zombie warlocks living inside undead parts. Zombie warlocks. Crippling attack. I think I did get hamstring the last time I was here. Gates of Cantha. Wait, where's the Fisherman's Haven? Is that up north? Alright, let's go. And this is part of the game, is that you get to go and explore. I was searching for Guild Wars 2 complete game and call 606 Brazil. And, oh, wait, we ran right by that best party. 30, 35. Oh, give me them deep wounds. Are we still being attacked? No, just still severely crippled. I like how all these dudes are just like coming out of the, coming straight out of the ground. Double watch yourself. I should actually probably get something else, especially if he's going to keep popping that. Yeah, that might not be the best skill to have here. Fisherman's Haven. Yeah, we're gonna explore north. I don't think we need to go that way though. Would love to not be crippled. One of the ascended accessories you can get is Altea's Ashes. Oh, crippled. Taking no damage. You see? The warrior monk in this game is just so overpowered. I love it. Love it. And I think this is probably like one of the reasons that I really did want to come back and play this game is like essentially, and I don't mean this to be in any kind of weird way, and I know someone's going to take it in a kind of like a weird way. But I really don't even have to play this game with two hands. Like, I can essentially just play just by clicking down here, right? Like, I'm not missing too much. Someone's gonna clip that, and it's gonna be on Twitter in like 5 minutes. Like, let's see. Let's head. Yeah, looks like there's an instance off this way. Man, I would love to not be crippled all the time. Pour one out. Say rest in pepperonis. I didn't mean to kill Signet, but okay, whatever. Oh my goodness, cripple. Do. I don't think any of you actually answered my question. I'm guessing, did I run into Althea already? Or Athlea? Athlea? I'm gonna, I sound like I have a lisp. Very large party. Oh. No, gotta stay in. You gotta commit. You can't run. Something just hit me for 83 HP. Ooh, almost died. I think she was pre-searing. Good lord. Get this dude. Damn horse. Ooh. Oh, it's in the Piking Square quest. Okay, yeah. What are we doing back there? Yeah, we did it. Mom, look at me go. North Krita province. I don't know if this is... Here, let's head back. We'll head back because I thought Fisherman's Haven was gonna be like right up there, but I guess it's all the way down there. We gotta head back down south. Let's see, I got ID kit. Ooh, prismatic insignia, nice. Nice. Fisherman's Haven is sneaky. You make it sound like it's gonna jump out at me. Rune of Vitae. I don't know why they just couldn't call it Vitality. Rune of Vitality. Wouldn't that make more sense? I don't know. I'm not the one who developed video games. Oh. Feels good, man. You know, like, I know it's kind of like cliche, but just being able to sit here and just chill, honestly. I was gonna say I'm being poisoned. Just being able to sit here and chill and just play is honestly something I recommend everyone do. Everyone in some degree. I mean, like Sam, I know that you know very well. Stoic, by the way, you have a goose evening, buddy. Hope you get some good sleep. I'll talk to you soon. Oh, come on. It's just something nice about being able to sit down and just relax and play a video game. And I know that sounds weird as someone who does that and who's trying to do that full time and do that as a living or for a living. But it's one of those things that, given the time that I do have to spend, I spend a lot of the time, you know, essentially just either interacting with you guys or working on a video. So it's like every time I log in to play a video game, I'm doing it with purpose. Like, it's not just okay, well, let me just go and play and we'll see what happens. It's like, all right, I have to reach a certain point. I have to do a certain thing. And you know, after a while, as you guys can imagine, like, it does sometimes suck the fun out of video games when it's like that, you know? So I like this. I like just being able to just chill. Cripple, man. Okay, well, he's gonna be dead by the time I get to him. Why does cripple last so long? Family's fed, time to relax a little. Yeah. We had a good day too. We took the kids to the park and they ran around, and of course they're getting ready for this week because it's Christmas Thanksgiving week. So they're just, you know, everyone's basically home and not in school, so they're just, you know, antsy. They're trying to figure out something to do. So we took them to the park, and I proved, and this is something I do as a father, and I'm very proud of doing that as a father, or doing this as a father. I make sure that my kids know. Do I have one? I need one more. I don't even think any of this stuff is really good. I make sure all of my kid knows that, like, when I work out and I exercise and I sprint and I do all these different things, I'm not doing it just to stay healthy. That is a part of it. I'm doing it to make sure that they know for the longest time that their dad will be more fit than they are. And I know that sounds weird, but like, I want my kids to know that I want them to be terrified when they're 28 years old to challenge me to a foot race. I guess if that makes sense. That's what I'm focusing on. Other parents are teaching their kids other languages and stuff like that. I'm just making sure that they know their place. Oh no, did my game give out? I think it did. Your wars. There it goes. But, you know, to each their own, right? Isn't that what you're supposed to say? You're supposed to say that. Let's see. Elite Warrior Tome. Inventory. All right. We gotta sell some of this stuff. Penny Prince Rorik. I guess I can't get rid of that. By the way, Dyron, I did see you jump in. Hope you were doing well, buddy. I'm sorry I didn't respond immediately. Those iron ingots. I don't want to do that one yet. Guess we can't get up there. There we go. Oh, there's storage. That's the one I needed. All right, let's dump out some of this crap. Ingots. My wife laughed because she was like, I don't know if that's necessary. Like, you don't have to do that. I'm like, I have to. I can't explain it, but I have to. They have to know. And it's like, what do they have to know? Like, you're a full-grown adult. It's like, I know. That's why. There's no rhyme or reason to it. Oh, staff wrapping of defense. Sell that, yes. I'm good. I could sell those. Like how it didn't ask for that one. Short bow, Alpine seed. Yeah, I'll just sell that all. Decayed or no, I don't need that. Everything else good. Right. I have an elite warrior tome. I don't know if there's any elite skills that I can pick. All right, let's hit this mission. Let's go. I wonder if Guild Wars 1 runs on. I might get it just to test. I'm pretty sure it does. I'm pretty sure that it all, essentially all of this, can be run. Local authorities, Alliance Arch. I'm pretty sure all of this can be run on a Steam Deck. I'm like 95% sure. I think Stoic, actually, who was just here for a little bit, has done that on his particular Steam Deck. Better heal me, healer. Gotta catch us a pig for the bonus. Okay, I like that. I like it. It does not echo signet of capture. I tested it back in the day. Okay. I am gonna have to figure out how I can grab up skills from, we'll say, from mobs and stuff. Because I know that there's like only a couple that you can get. You can only get from from actually defeating those particular mobs. His name is Oink. Okay, that's got to be our bonus, because one of the titles that you can get, or that you have to get, is by essentially doing all of the stories, all the story missions, for both. So like I have to go back for those two, those three. Done that one double. Those two were double. Okay. Which, you know, or see, like I have Prince Feywood out here, absolutely. Is that the pig over there? Is that the pig we have to capture? No, well, he's already captured. Guess that doesn't make sense if he is. Load up. Get this dude. Oh, that's a lot of damage. Deep wound. I like how they animate it there. Like that looks rough. Like a deep wound, you lost your whole damn arm. There's the pig. Okay, do we progress forward? Does he follow us? I think he follows us.
Wherever you are, the conditions are uglier and crashes go up this time of year. So be merry, be careful, and get home safely.
Okay, yes, I guess he does. Okay, well, we got the pig. I like how he like fell out of that dude, but not gonna ask any more questions. You know what? This is all zombie land anyway. First one I always put on is shielding hands. Always going into combat because I feel like that eats up a lot of the initial incoming damage and allows me to get it at least into melee. Like once I get into melee, I'm pretty good. But like, look, deep wounds, poison, frailty, ugh. Get off of me. I like how Oink is attacking too. Guess we go this way. Come on, Oink. I was gonna say, yeah, like he's putting in some work. Wow, that did a lot of damage. Need my dust. One thing that I've noticed, especially with playing like these older games, and it's something that I feel like a lot of newer games have forgotten. They kind of forgot like the roots of where they are, and you know, like what makes these older games great. And I think the major part of what makes these games great is just how simplistic they are. You know, I feel like a lot of modern MMOs really, they just try too damn hard, and it's like, we're really not that difficult to, it's not that difficult to please us. Like, we just want to play a game that we can play with friends. It has good combat. It is, you know, like, easy to pick up. Like, it's really not that difficult, honestly. And I know I say that kind of like, wow, like, oh my goodness, like, I'm not saying anything new. It's just more so along the lines that it's great. It just needs to be simple, and I think that's what a lot of modern MMOs don't do well. Okay, we gotta head across the beach. All right, Prince Feywood's already on his way. All right, we're following him. Vallun, he's going to deal with the south invasion of the undead. All right, Gates of Cantha. Is this not Lion's Arch? I don't think this is Lion's Arch. Arrangements of my UI. I haven't really moved much of it. Just have like the party members down over there. Forget what the button was to actually, because I do remember that you could change your UI a little bit. You could change your UI a little bit and make it more, we'll say, like conducive. And that's one thing that again, that's another thing about MMOs that are great. Like, it's about your own personal customization. So if I'm doing something that's like, oh, longsword, furious hilt. Oh, I mean, it's not as good as my fiery dragon sword, but the sword. It wasn't a fiery dragon sword. I know. Patience. Woo! But it was, it's actually very good. 20% extra damage when hexed and all that jazz. Like, Furious Longsword of Warding. Guess what? Where is Lion's Arch? Oh, wait, we gotta go this way. Whoop! Gotta head all the way back. Alright, come on, Oink. Ran right by it. I really really do hope that like some MMOs just remember where they came from, because I think that's a very big part of it. Like if you look at like all these new fancy things, you look at like New World, looks beautiful, but at first like the gameplay was just the same. It was repetitive, super repetitive, all over the place. And now they've improved it, and I think they've done very well. And I guess me also playing the Lord of the Rings online recently, like it actually made me think. It's like, okay, well, like, you know, there is a right way to do this, and there is a right way to play it, and it's just sometimes all you need is simplicity. Like stop doing so much complicated crap. Ugh. What's going on, Greedy Bliss? Spart did. So Spart, my mod, actually hopped in last week and was just like, hey, by the way, here, you know you wanted this sword? Yep, there you go. Here's your fiery dragon sword. And then just like straight up dipped, left out. Fjord over on Twitch, what's going on, buddy? Yes, the fire, again, I swear, like the fiery dragon sword is without a doubt, like it was probably like my most iconic sword. You know how like, don't hate me if I get it wrong, but I think it's like Cloud from the Final Fantasy series had like the Buster Sword or something like that. I believe that is correct. Don't hate me if I got that wrong. But it's just incredible, man. Like, guess we go here. We're indexed. Don't know. Going to attack. Oh, ow. Spread the hell out. Oh, well, they're level 17. That's why. Good lord. I was like, why is it getting chunked? Okay, and I don't even have my, my vital blessing. That's why. Need that extra HP. I think right now the plan is actually just to play through prophecies. I think it is where I'll go. I might end up playing through factions and Nightfall and Eye of the North and all that. But I think right now I just want to finish prophecies, because I've never actually, I don't remember ever actually beating that. And I think that's, to me, is the more important one that I have to do. Nope. Get away. I don't know if that actually does anything. Oh, Lord, that hurts. Like how this dude's like, I love a good battle. We just got zapped for 3/4 of our HP but in like one hit. Ugh. Gross. All right, there we go. Was my go-to back all the way, was my go-to back in the day. All the time, fiery tormented shield combo. I distinctly remember this sword like sticking out, and I guess maybe it's because like Prince Rorik had it, and it's like that's like the iconic character right there in the beginning. But I don't know, it's like I saw it, I was like, Rook Searing Blade was my character, and it's like I'm gonna go back to that. I need to get it for Guild Wars 2. That is what I need to do. Ooh. But I do think at one point I do want to play through and beat that. I've actually, in kind of like my spare time, have actually really been enjoying the like my play of Lord of the Rings Online. It's very slow paced, and it's very casual. But I'm taking more notes, I should say, and saving up all my footage that I'm make a follow-up video talking about what it's like after that initial experience. Because I know a lot of people come in, they play the first like 2 hours, and they're like, there we go, we're out. It's like, let's talk about what makes it, you know, different. What makes the gameplay more, you know, afterwards. What happens after the initial lightning and thunder that you see? Like, is it still good? I think that's very, very important. The sword looks sick. I love the retro themes older MMOs have. What's up, Spudsy? It's so simple. And I said this, and again, it's definitely going to be taken the wrong way. But like this game is so good because I can literally play it with one hand. Like this hand is up here. I'm holding it up here because I don't trust y'all. Not fully. But the idea of it is it's just simplistic. You just come in, you have a good time, you don't worry about it. And it's just like the older style. Like my character looks badass, and I'm only like level 11. I'm getting smacked by everything. It's great. It's good fun. is so good. Classic Guild. Yeah, oh yeah, yeah. Have you caffeinated today? If so, how many times? So as it stands right now in the morning, I have a cup of coffee. It's like 8 ounces of coffee, and I mix it with an espresso. Yeah. And I mix it with the espresso, and usually I'm good with that. If I need to, I probably need to like more into protection prayers or something like that. Because I think, yeah, these two are tactics. Might do, yeah, we'll do those two. We'll do protection and tactics. Because I use Watch Yourself, and I still think my Watch Yourself is better than what's his name's Watch Yourself. Also, thank you by the way, Prince Feywood, for assisting me all this way. Thank you. Also, morning here, about to sleep. Oh, dude, like, I'm impressed that you're actually up right now. But yeah, I have my 2 cups. Basically, it's like 2 to 3 cups a day. But I do make an effort always, and I stress this, always find a way to utilize that coffee. And usually I work out in some way. Either I do strength training, I go for a run, something like that. I've actually really been into sprint training, and someone as old as my behind is getting. One of the things that is interesting is that, and I heard this and it really messed with me the other day, and they're like, after the age of 30, which I am older than 30, they're like, after the age of 30, you probably will never sprint again. You will never run at full speed again. Oh, we got in combat. And I heard that and I was like, no way. And then I thought about it and I was like, damn, that may actually be true. Like I know it's really weird, but I really want to make an emphasis. Like, I want to be able to sprint and do all that. So I'll do sprint training. And it's very little. It's not like super intensive. It's, it is kind of intensive, but like scaled down for myself. It's just you gotta take care of yourself, and that is something that I really emphasize. You really gotta do. Casper said the only one I never beat was factions, and see, that's the thing though, is that there's so much story that's still left into this. Like, we're about to creep up onto, well, we're entering Prida, and we're about to get into Lion's Arch, and we're about to do all these other things, and it's like, I don't remember most of this. We gotta get in there. We gotta get in there and live the story. Go. And if you can play with one hand, you should be able to run with 2 characters. What do you think? Like, one while playing up here, and then down here I have like my Steam Deck. Like, playing down here, I'm partied together. Yeah, but the problem is then I'd have to watch with 2 screens. I think that would be my biggest issue. And I don't know if I'm not that. I don't know if I'm that coordinated. I still got my sprinting days with him. Okay, all right, good. Any workout is good, and it's something I stress too. And like, of course, I have to set the example. To me, I have to set the example for my kids. And if I'm not actively pushing myself, then why would they? Oh,
you've arrived in Kryta at the wrong moment, friend. I don't have time for long speeches, but I'll make you this deal. Help me fight these undead, and I'll give you and your people passage into Lion's Arch.
It's a badass armor set. I like it. Wait, where do you go? You ran off this way. Like, he gave this badass speech and then like walked off over into the distance and was like, oh right, we're going the wrong way. My bad. Whoops. Oh. Ass. Oh, White Mantle Knight. He tried to dip. He did. He was just like, I'm out. Like, I thought we were gonna wait for everyone to attack, and nope. He just sprinted away. On. I can translate. You know how people can do go into Guild Wars 2 as a new player, use level 80 boost, get mounts. People in chat might think it's easier to do the core in Guild Wars 1 after Faction Nightfall. Fall of our skills and heroes. Yeah. Oh, and I actually think that's I think that's a really good point. Is and it's something that I've even talked about in like any of my like new player videos where I'm talking specifically about what it's like being a new player in Guild Wars 2, is that you can't rush these things. There's a lot of information, and that's also something that like I'm kind of echoing in Lord of the Rings Online as I'm playing through it, and also here in Guild Wars 1. It's like I haven't played it in so long, I'm basically a new player. So that when I'm going through this game and I'm just having fun, it's just focus on one little bit at a time. If I rush to end game and I got all the way there, and then it's like there's so many systems, there's so many different things that I have no idea what the hell they are. So all I'm really doing is put myself at a disservice, because at the end of the day, I'm gonna have to go back and read about all the crap, read about everything. So it's like, I really, really emphasize, and I really do stress, just take your time. Just take your time. Sag, I haven't played World of Warcraft since, it's been a couple years actually, since I really focused on like just actually playing Guild Wars 2, I'll be honest with you. And honestly, like looking at like the classic hardcore stuff, that is something that I've considered, and I've actually even had a few comments of people who were like, "Oh, I'd love to see you do it." It's kind of like the easiest way I can put this is that I stopped playing World of Warcraft and I kicked that addiction, and it was, but then it was like it wasn't good for my health, you know, like it wasn't good for. Are you following me or am I following you? Okay, I'm following you. Like it just really wasn't good with, it really just wasn't good for how I was living my life, because I wasn't enjoying my time playing video games. And it's not to say that I wouldn't if I had more time, but in my current circumstances, I got 3 kids, I got 3 daughters, and the youngest one just turned 2. So it's like, I'm still in this very big crux of not having a whole lot of time to play any type of games. What the hell are you shooting at? Yo, dude, can you not glitch for like a minute? Or are you shooting a bridge? Hello? ArenaNet, please fix your game. Okay, here we go. Are you following me or am I following you? We might have to go around. Oh my goodness. Like, don't get me wrong, like, I love the idea of the game and I love playing. I did love playing World of Warcraft. That was never the issue. I guess it's more so that if I did play it, I would have to, one, almost in a sense, relearn the entire game, which I'm kind of relearning 2 different games right now, which I guess really isn't that difficult, but because I've already, you know, again, if I'm playing like retail, I have to catch up on everything and all that. It's the constant pressure, and I think that's why I wasn't happy, is that it was the constant pressure of, okay, now, you know, like I have to log in and I have to do my dailies, I have to get my reputation bonuses, I have to make sure I'm this, that, and the other. Like I was, for the longest time, I was actually ranked, like top 100, I think we were just US, top 100 US guild for raiding, and it was a lot of fun, like, and I enjoyed it, but I also had hours and hours of time to play. I don't have that now, so I love being able to pick up a game and just play it and not have to worry about, yeah, let's go right, and just not have to worry about like, okay, did I log in and do my dailies, did I do this, did I do that? Like I can just hang out. Like shit, I really want to stress that is so important to me. Okay, I guess we gotta go here. Gonna finish this Soto chapter and then get back into Guild Wars 1. Again, the game, even now, still holds up very well. Like, I gotta stress that to people. Like this game is, what, 2005, I think? Like, it came out shortly after WoW's original release. Like, it's still really good. Oh, there we go. Gotta go over here. Playing Hardcore Classic right now. Makes me wish Guild Wars 2 had a Classic server for specs. Yeah. There's a lot of things, Spud, that I really do miss, we'll say. And it's actually something that I've noticed with when I've been playing what's it, Lord of the Rings, because Lord of the Rings Online has a lot of, we'll say, World of Warcraft classic vibes, and they do it very well. Like, one of the things that I absolutely love about it is the talent trees. You have talent trees, you have virtues, you have all these different things that are going into it that are just, it's simplistic to understand, but it's just fun. And then even from there, you can like amp up, and this is something that a feature that I would love to see in Guild Wars 2, is that you can amp up the intensity of whatever content you are doing. We gotta kill the horse. You can amp up whatever content you were doing. Trucks. I have no mana. I cannot do a damn thing. Alright, we just gotta beat him down. You can absolutely do a ton of things. Get her up. Everyone's dying. There we go. Alright, we're fine. By like scaling up the difficulty, where mobs end up hitting you like 3 times as hard, and it's just so good. Like, it just makes it feel so much fun, or like so much fun, just because of that little added effect. And I know a lot of people will be like, oh, well, you know, all you're doing is just artificially scaling. Yeah, shut up. I'm having a good time. I'm gonna head to bed, but I love the chill stream vibes. Hey, it was good seeing you, Sag, over on Twitch. By the way, if you guys do care, I am over on Twitch. It's the same stream. I'm a significantly smaller player base. I hadn't touched it since my World of Warcraft days, I'll be honest with you. I think, do we have to go and kill all these guys? Let's go over here and kill all these guys. Okay, yeah, we gotta go clear the swamp, so let's get these guys over here. Good stuff. Dude, Guild Wars has so many content that it is doubt if it's worth a buy a Living World expansion, since they like Guild Wars 1 actually does offer quite a bit of content, honestly. Like, and again, the content is still okay, dude. You were not there for like the past 20 minutes,
peace,
and then
may your soul find peace.
I don't like this
in
dude.
Mists.
He's a white mantle, so he's a jerk anyway.
Your bravery is unquestionable.
What an ass.
Your honor unmatched.
That is doubt to it. It's worth by full expansion. Living World since day one. You know what's funny is that like all the content that you have in Guild Wars 2, like, and it's still like optional. Like for the most part, most of it is optional. Which is so cool.
I will escort you to town.
That you don't have to feel obligated to go and play any of these expansions, any of the Living World seasons. Like, and I think it's just more so how much effort do you want to continue to put into the game, I guess is the easiest way to put it. How much continued effort do you want to do? I like how they didn't even flinch. That drawbridge would have like decapitated them. Okay. Love the classes in low. I love the Warden, Spud. I've been playing the Warden, and that one has been so much damn fun.
Welcome to Lion's
Oh
Arch.
wait, Old Lion's Arch. Open up the bridge. Nice. All right, let's see. If I remember correctly.
I found it. The Scepter of Ore.
Thank Twina we found it first. If the undead get this...
Come on. The sooner we get this scepter into safekeeping, the better.
Run. Why are you guys walking? I would be huffing it.
Pick up the bold, refreshing taste that satisfies.
Help! The undead! We're under attack!
Run. You get, oh my god. Hop.
Let them get the scepter.
Lay on hands. Watch yourself. Cast something. Good lord. There's a reason NPCs die. They can't solve any damn problems. And he's self-sustaining war. Look, what a jerk. Like, you just... He died because he's dumb.
Life is a terrible life.
Things you missed when you were tired finally reveal themselves.
My passport is in the pocket of the duffel bag I took to Mexico.
Run,
Black Friday
you
sale
little
at
fool,
Mattress Firm.
run.
Get a king bed for a queen price.
I
and save
have
up to
all the
$700
time in the
daily.
world.
Plus get a free
See,
adjustable
like,
base with
again,
The
they-
scepter will be mine again soon enough.
The right mattress matters.
What is with these
Everything
camera
proceeds
angles?
according to the
These
prophecy.
camera angles are hilarious. Like, they just had to run and zoom, and then it's like...
Grandma might not have told you about. It's Everclear. High in proof.
All right, you know what? It's 2005. We'll let some of that shit slide. Like that.
Recipes the whole family will love. Like flaky pie crust,
Oh, man.
smooth gravy, and creamy mac and
That was
cheese.
hilarious.
It's
That was
food
really good.
science You have to taste to believe. Find your inspiration at DIYwithEverclear.com. Please enjoy responsibly. Bottled by Luxco Inc. St. Louis, Missouri. 90%
All right, we're in
alcohol.
Lion's Arch. Looks like... You know what's funny though is like the Bollywood content though, like if you actually listen to it, like it really does just have like, it's just people being happy, I guess is the easiest way to put it. It's just, they're just happy, you know, like. But the janky has camera angles. Oh my god, that got me. That was hilarious. But that's part of the charm. Yeah. Oh yeah. Welcome to Lion's Arch. We did it. Mom, get the camera. Mom, please get the camera. All right, let's start salvaging some shit. I don't want to salvage that sword. That's a very nice sword. I wonder if I can upgrade armor here. Like I do. I'm gonna put. Yeah, I'm gonna put you away. You gotta go right there. I don't know why this is here. I want to get rid of that. Debo salvage. Mini Prince Rorik. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna put you in item 4. Salvage 4. Nice. Okay, let's see. Hey, look at that! It's Guild Wars 1 and inventory management is still a thing. Yay! It makes me think, actually, drawing in nature. I know that you mentioned this a very long time ago, early on in this. And those requests, that takes you to, yeah, that's not where I want to go. Galra. I am working on becoming a full-time content creator, and I think that's, actually, I needed to talk to you. And I think part of where I need to go is to be able to find a way to sustainably, we'll say, uphold my career with what I'm doing, or at least the financial obligations that I have with between me and my kids and you know, my wife and my family and all that. If I can find a way, oh, Bonetti's defense. Oh, that's a good one. If I can find a way to safely do that, or we'll say, like, honestly, make it work, I think that is going to be the deciding factor, is that if I can financially find a way to set aside that money, set aside that time, so that I can, in fact, make the money that I'm making now, or at least close to, we'll say. It doesn't have to be a one-to-one, but at least close to the finances that I'm making now, so that essentially I can make sure that my kids don't have any disruptance to either their school, their activities, because all my girls are in activities because they need to be, let's be serious. But stuff like that. I think that is going to be my focus as a content creator, and it hasn't really changed. But once I do that, I think the whole idea of streaming daily, like, I would love to do that. I'd love to sit down and just play video games and have you all watch. Like, well, I don't know if y'all will watch. You guys probably get sick of it after a while. Well, let's be honest. But okay, there's no festivals. Merchants Row. I was hoping that you guys would have more. Okay, no, I can't get that. No, I don't want to do that. Okay, you guys were no help. Old Lion's Arch. Thanks for all your uploads. I've learned so much from you and appreciate. Hey, Steve, absolutely. I'm happy to help. Big one coming out this week. Big one. Really, I should emphasize that before I actually speak. I plan on having a very large video come out later this week. And I need a shield, if anything. And it's going to be my largest and longest one. Those are steel ingots, aren't they? Yeah. No, there's no. Okay, I have 10. I don't need those. It's just going to be ideally, it's going to be great. That's the plan. That's the goal. Plus 20% damage. That's what I needed. Yeah, I have the char. It all basically stays the same, right? Yeah, I think it does. Well, I guess the wyvern stuff, it doesn't really add anything, right? Yeah, it's identically the same. It's just what do I want to look like, and that's that. Yeah, we're not doing that. All right, so we got that. I don't even know where my quest is. Okay, I got to report to the White Mantle. Right to quests, Northern Shiver Peaks. All right, here we gotta go back to what's it? Beacon's Perch. There we go. Oh. Congrats on being in the same vid as Muck and Teapot. Yeah, I thought that was actually a lot of fun. What's it? MMO Bite reached out to me and was talking about what's it? What it's like essentially to be a content creator for Guild Wars 2. You know, like what are your thoughts on the MMO and just a lot of the stuff. And it was actually a very good conversation. The only critique. Oh, did that not go through? Where's Master Saberin? The hell is this dude? Okay, he's back in here. Okay. The only critique that I had, and it was something I did to myself, is that when I booted up Discord, I forgot that I had to reload and reset Discord. It picked up my camera. This camera's has audio pickup, and it used that instead of my, my microphone right here. So yeah, I was I got pissed off. I was pissed off at myself. I don't need flurry. We're okay. That's cool. I unlocked it. Balthazar's defense, Bonetti's defense. Oh well, that's a pain. Okay. We can skip that for right now. I don't need those skills because I like Bonetti's defense. 7 seconds. I have a 75, and then I gain energy, and then I can use it for reversal of fortune. I like this build path. I like it a lot. Prince Feywood actually just, by the way, apparently Prince Feywood is making some Guild Wars 1 videos recently. And I'm happy. This is something that I will stress, and this is something that if any of you have ever been interested in making content about anything, and I mean that, literally anything, there is an audience for you. Like, there is an audience of people who will watch you, especially if you do your best and you make the content that you can and you really, like, legitimately try to put stuff out there. And like, if you're putting out that effort and you're trying, you will find an audience. You will find people who legitimately care about what you're putting out there and that will want to watch you. It's really interesting, because I feel like that's something that a lot of people will say they get it mixed up, and something that I've learned, especially in all this time that I've done YouTube thus far and where I'm at, is that it's a marathon. You just take your time and you just go essentially one video at a time. Especially when you're starting out, just one video at a time. Duties of the Line Guard. All right, 500 experience, easy peasy. Is this an Azura? Azuran Inventor's in. Look, Mox. Oh. Mysticism. What the hell? I don't even have... Do I have that? Good hero to have. Nice. You are the one, Victoria Sweet. That has to be a dervish. This is all like dervish stuff. Okay, leave it alone. There we go. The hero. There's Menlo, Aiden, Devona. Look at that! I recognize these people. See, and this is what's cool. It was like it's fun. Oh, we gotta go north. It looks like. There's my audience, but where's my PC? Still in the store. Sprigham, we gotta get you we just gotta finish getting you a PC. Like hop, skip, and a jump away of just like actually just sending you one. I don't know. We'll see how that works. Whoa, that's a lot of damage. Glowing heart. Good lord, man. I gotta like find out ways to take less elemental damage. What class combo in Guild Wars 1 is most like the Revenant? Someone else backed me up here, but I would probably say from the Factions expansion, the Ritualist, paired with a Warrior. I don't know if I like that one. Maybe Dervish. Yeah, Dervish Ritualist, I think, might be your best bet. So the Dervish is a part of the Nightfall expansion, which takes you basically back into the Alone in Desert, Sun Spears, and all that stuff. Ritualist was for Cantha, and the Ritualist essentially summons, spirits that come and attack for you, and they're also blindfolded, so it adds up. But then the other aspect of that's why I don't have my vital blessing. The other aspect of it is that the the dervish uses a scythe, and it also channels a lot of, well, almost in that sense it good lord, the range on that. It ends up channeling a lot of the, we'll say, the old gods, or the six, we'll say the six gods of human. Do I go south? Is that where the hell I'm trying to go? Yeah, I guess they both have to go.
What is chronic migraine?
The six human gods, and so it's kind of like you're channeling heroes in that sense, but then you also have like the spirits, so it's like a healthy middle ground, I suppose. And it is not. So, and that's also one of the best parts about it is that about this game specifically is that you can make class combinations that suck, like really, really suck. Like way back when, you wouldn't think it, but you could do a ranger paired with a necromancer, and especially in PvP, and people will be like, "What the hell? Like, why? What is the point of this?" The idea of it is that it becomes a touch necromancer, which a touch necromancer essentially uses like these touch skills, or a touch ranger, and I distinctly remember getting absolutely rocked a lot by that specific, and you wouldn't think that would work, you know. And then they did in PvP. I remember the mini monks. God, those guys were a pain in the ass. So there was a rune that you could get from way back when in PvP, and it was like, I might die here. There's a rune that you could get, and essentially, if you ended up doing 10% or more of the target's health, like if you take 10% of your health or more in a single blow, that damage is negated. But the more runes you added, it lowered your HP. So people essentially couldn't deal any damage to you because you were already taking so little damage anyway. Hey, Steve, Leon, I appreciate the super chat, buddy. Thank you. Question is your favorite attunement as an Ellie? I know it's more complicated than that. Mine was Earth. Mine was absolutely, if I had to say out of the four, I would have to go with Earth as well. Like, I distinctly remember making a, oh, okay. This is a mission. I distinctly remember making a hammer catalyst build that was focused purely on bleeding stacks and using strength of stone, which it's like a bit of your toughness gets converted into condition damage. I distinctly remember making that like my whole thing, and it was it was okay. I mean, it wasn't great. Okay. Yeah, the undead wants the Scepter of Ore so they can raise their, yeah. Bandit Trouble, thank you. And I just distinctly remember that. And the build was terrible. Yeah, Springham remembers. The build was kind of terrible, but it was fun. I had a good time. And I think that's what's important. That is important. Inside the book, okay. Oh, I didn't even see that we got that. That's pretty cute. I can't. I don't need to sell anything. Probably am gonna need a salvage kit here soon. Holds 5 items. Yeah, we're just gonna keep fleshing out some bags. I wonder if Shift I? Thought there was a button to. I could probably figure that out later. Will let you hamstring yourself. Not at a hard lock, but you can switch to your secondary. It's gonna be tough though. You make that change and it's such a pain in the ass. Yeah, Greedy, you remember what they were? They were so God. It was such a pain. And it was like these monks that were just essentially 55 HP, and it's like you can't deal any more damage than that. You would have to essentially apply enchantments or hexes that drained their HP. Any melee strike is going to do more than 10% of their HP, or more than like half of their HP or something like that. Like you couldn't touch them. They were untouchable. It was such a pain in the ass. Or Assassin Ranger with a focus on crits and marksmanship, and you just barrage crits. Like there's so, and that's what's really crazy about this game, is that there's such build depth that I feel like a lot of people who want that like craziness, and will say that really in-depth stuff that you could do for your builds, like absolutely this is gonna be your game. Oh man. Hey Bar, what's going on, buddy? Hope you're doing this evening. Or hope you were doing well this evening. And I did see the dual wielding Necro. I am excited. The target has no flesh. Bleeding does nothing. I did see the dual wielding Necro. I plan on actually putting together kind of like I hate doing reaction videos because I kind of feel like they're lazy. It's more like an analysis video. We'll say. I think I'm pretty. It will be pretty fun. I think it'll be fun. And just kind of talking about where I think things will fall out once it actually goes live. Like for my wonderful elementalist, like I do think that, I guess you can't parry. I do think that it'll be a lot of fun. I do think that it will be really nice to have a pistol and have a new kind of weapon combination. And I was going to say, Spudzy already actually mentioned it. I like the idea. I like where they're going. However, I feel like the LE pistol is only focusing purely on those who already play the Elementalist, and the reason I say as such is because it looks like it's going to be a decently complex, we'll say, system that you have to play, like kind of like a mini game. And there's already people who don't play Elementalist specifically because they don't like to play difficult classes, and I feel like you add the pistol to it, and it's like, that might be a little bit more difficult than people really want to play with, honestly, I think is my opinion. But, again, I don't know how complex it's going to be. It could be very easy. It could be very straightforward and simple. I don't know. Hey, Galactic over on Twitch. What's up, buddy? What is going on? Is there a warrior Ellie? There was a war Ellie with fire damage sword that rocked 100 swords and that did massive damage. I could believe it, honestly. Like, and I forget what 100 swords. I think it works just the same as 100 blades, honestly. All right, let's go. Yep, we gotta go clear out this village. Let's go get this elite over here. Yeah, by the way, if you guys don't know, Spudsy is another content creator here for Guild Wars 2. Does a bunch of different guides. Is resident, we'll say resident revenant master class, however you wish to call it. So definitely, if you have it, go check him out. The only problem with my build right now, and I will say the only problem with my build is that I'm fighting all undeads, and I can't bleed any of them, and that's like my main damage combo. I can't bleed any of them. Who the hell built this build is probably a dingle. I don't think I will do it. The pistol just seems off for Ellie. Yeah, and it's like some of them I look at and I'm like, okay, I can kind of get behind, like, okay, sword necromancer, I can get behind. That's fine. I am on board for sword necromancer. That works great. But, and I will say this, but I don't know how it would shake out for like Ellie pistol. The mesmer with a rifle, kinda, like, I like the concept, I like the idea. I guess it really isn't all that far out, we'll say. Isn't that like that crazy out there, I guess? But I don't know, like the rifle, that to me that kind of seems like out there as well. So I'm blessing, buff up my HP, go be a main tank. But I don't know, and again, I'm gonna have to see how they all shake out, just because it's like the main aspect of what I think of the class combinations and stuff like that, that's basically gone. That's all out the window. And I don't expect that to change. Did we not clear out the village totally? Oh, gotta go back up this way. And I don't know. It's like the original class fantasies have basically expanded and gone out. I mean, the elite specializations has done that, absolutely. But I don't know. I'd be interested to see what they do. Oh no, Galactic! What happened to your computer? Galactic mentioned that his computer's out for at least 10 days. At least 10 days. Oh no. That's horrible. What did you do? Hurry to the Temple of Tolerance. But you saved my brother's life. Block. I gotta find a better way to build rage. Like, especially if I want to use, like, Bonetti's defense. Like, ugh. Can't use that quick. Appreciate that. I want you. Oh, I was learning. It's more lore-based, I guess. Ellie is magical and Pistol is more engineer, sort of. Yeah. And I can really see why that would throw some people for a loop. And it honestly throws me for a loop. It's kind of building off of something I never understood. However, having said that, Mesmers also can use pistols as well. So, like, the rifle really wouldn't be that far-fetched. And I don't know. I would have to definitely take a look at it once we actually get them out and once we actually can play around with them. You know, some of them, it's just, you know, just like, let's expand it to something a little bit different. Like the Staff Warrior actually is a very good example. Staff Warrior, I absolutely love, because I mean, I feel like there's already Shout Warriors anyway, and I think it was like Axe Warhorn, I think was their main focus. Like, the Axe Warhorn was great, and you know, you didn't really have an offhand support weapon. Now you were going to, which I think is something that it very well fits. Those monk skills are doing nothing for me. They make me feel better. That's what they're doing. Thank you, Greedy. They make me feel like I'm doing. Shielding hands does all the work. Portal gun, I don't mind Ellie pistol. If you're in Azure Ellie, why not pistol? Yeah, I guess that makes sense. I guess my thing is, the only thing that I'm truly worried about is how their combinations will go, because it seems like you use a couple of the abilities when you are in a specific attunement, and then you get a charge, and then you use a couple more, and then you get another charge, and it's like, and then you can expunge them all in like one blast. I'm curious of how they plan on managing that. I don't know. I don't know if that's something that, again, this is all speculative. I don't know how that will look, and especially, and again, I stress from a new player's perspective, if you're going to get into the Ellie and then you pick up a pistol, like, if you weren't already kind of like mentally preparing yourself for a little bit of difficulty, you'd probably be just kind of like, what the hell is this? What the hell is happening?
And if you see a better price, we'll match it.
Look at that, look. Shielding hands. Reduces incoming damage by 9. Look, I'm taking so... That was a lot of damage. That was just bad timing. I'm taking so little damage. So little damage. This is why, Greedy. You were curious. You were wondering why. This is why. Thank you very much. Guess we gotta go up here. I'm not picking up anyone on the map. Oh, okay. I guess we go back down here, right? You won't be able to attack. It's okay. I do enough DPS for both of us. Ellie is getting a super soaker and water attunement. I was kind of expecting what's it, the pistol, the dual pistol for Guardian. No. There we go. I close it. I was expecting the dual pistol from the Guardian to be more, we'll say, I want to say, we're gonna have to go this way. We have to save this village. I was expecting it to be like shooting holy water. Like, I don't know. In my head, I was like, they're definitely gonna be shooting holy water. Super soaker filled with holy water. Squirt, squirt, squirt. It's pretty neat from what I saw. Remember when Lorner's passed? One of the scant memories that I actually have of playing Guild Wars, I remembered doing a run somewhere in the Silver Wastes where I had to stack a whole bunch of stability and I had to run all the way across. I can't remember what it was. I can't. But I like, it was one that I was actually very excited to, like, I can't remember what it was, but I remember that was my first gold farm in Guild Wars, the whole Guild Wars genre. Base spawning. Hey, what's up, buddy? Welcome in over on Twitch, by the way. What's going on? Galactic just sent me a short explanation. Gaming laptop, by the way. Well, Thursday CPO fan gave out and brought it to a repair guy. Had to replace it. Had to replace my GPU fan 2 months ago and did good. Fan came in, but then he messed up something and now had to replace a whole bunch of other stuff and had to ship. Oh, dude, that sounds terrible. Oh, give me that sweet, sweet healing. Do you drop it here? Or do we have to keep moving? I guess we have to keep moving, right? Oh, okay, that's fine. Easy. Gotta kill some enemy waves here. Galactic, I am sorry, buddy. That sounds really crappy. Pistol effectiveness on Catalyst will be decently, pretty dependent on how many multi-hits it has to generate the energy. True. And I'm wondering how many of those are actually going to be projectile finishers. I think it is really going to be, it's probably going to be the most important thing, especially when we compare it to like how the Catalyst goes. Pastor Chris Story, what's going on, buddy? Welcome in. Hope you were having a goose evening. I almost said a good evening, goose evening. It's all the same. Well, it's really, you gotta say goose evening. One thing that would be fun option is dye weapons. I actually think I like that idea. I really do. Like, you dye the weapons and adds a different flame to it or a different color to it. Hell yeah, let's go. It looks really good. The Rev Scepter, yeah. It basically a giant red angry lightsaber, where it's like, I'm supporting you. with death. I love it. Oh, corrupted or investments. We gotta go over here. Bam. Now, I can't use like half of my abilities because they're all focused on just. I can't bleed any of these damn people. Numbers are good. Game is interesting. Yeah. How did I get the? Okay, so to answer your question, Glenn, in Guild Wars 1, you have to go around and get basically 10 titles. You have to get 10 achievements. Is basically how they're tracking, and then you collect that from the Hall of Monuments in Guild Wars 2, and essentially you'll be good from there. From what I've seen, it's not overly difficult. It just takes time. It's just time consuming is really what it is. But yeah, to be able to get that sword here, to be able to get that sword in... Trying to talk here. Really trying to talk here. Guild Wars 2, like, yeah, I think it would be really, really cool. Honestly, I'm very, very excited about that. No, I need stability is what I need. Good lord. Oh, he's dead. Oh, he's dead. He's dead. We're fine. We're fine. We're fine. Rev's getting a lightsaber. This is a defend mission. You can leave it there. I guess it's as long as it's there, right? Are we pushing? Wait, no. Let's go back to the Shrine of Mending. Here, we got this. Get this dude. Get this jerk. Bam! Just got into Guild Wars 2, playing WoW and D2 for a long time. Welcome in. I know it's kind of counter-productive, inducive. I'm playing Guild Wars 1. But this is something that I told myself that I needed to do. I needed to sit down and actually play Guild Wars 2 or Guild Wars 1 and understand the game a lot better. And I think that's something that I really kind of like, I set to myself is that like, I want to go through, I want to play the story. I want to relive this from my childhood, I guess is the easiest way to put it. So like, absolutely, this game is great, but Guild Wars 2 does offer a ton of really fun ways that you can play. And honestly, it's essentially a giant. I say it's almost a giant sandbox. There's some restrictions, but you basically can play any way that you want, and everything is still valid. You know what? I'm going for the biscuit. We gotta go down here and get this chest. No, I'm by myself. Okay, I can bleed these guys. Look, bam, bam. Oh, that was a big hit. Oh yeah. You know what's funny? Mesmer in Guild Wars 1 could have been the best one of the best Ellies, as you really can fully slot 1 point into attunement. Mesmer's had elite signets that made all their... You know what? And I don't have a key. I was hoping that these guys would drop the key. And you know what's funny about that though is that like I look at that type of stuff and I look at like how the classes changed here. Like in comparison, the Elementals in Guild Wars 2, in my opinion, is far superior to the Elementals in Guild Wars 1. Oh dear. In my opinion it is. And then it's like, even if you look at like the Mesmer and stuff like that, like I heard that I haven't messed around with the Mesmer, but the Mesmer here is almost kind of like a warlock in this sense. Wait, so Prince, do we have to go back? Do we go now, or do we leave it? Okay, yeah, we have to go back after. Noted. All right. Yeah, that was my bad. That one's on me. Took a lot of eggs homebrew. Learn to use the environment to my benefit. Hall of Monuments Rewards Calculator is the website name that you can go to like 30 minis or do all the missions in hard mode. Yeah, like I mean, thus far I think I've done like I mean, I think there's 25 missions. I think so. I'm on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Like I'm already like halfway through the main expansion. Or the main, we'll say the main story itself. Like, it really doesn't take all that long. You just spend time playing with it, and then you'll get there. But what's fun about it, and especially going through the story, is that it explains the Flameseeker's prophecies. And that's what's really, really cool. And I feel like that's something that, it's cool because you hear it. You hear about the Flameseekers, you hear about Glint, you hear about all these different things, but then it's like you never really see anything or hear. You just hear what happened, and it's like, well, here you get the living. Okay. Raphael, George, thank you for grabbing the cup. Hope you're doing well this evening. I used to play WoW. I think it still is a good game, but I hated the map PvP. I don't need other players killing me when I'm trying to do quests and I'm trying to do a story. True. I think that you can activate. They have war mode. I think it is what I remembered. I'm pretty sure that they have war mode where you were essentially able to. It's basically you're toggling on PvP whenever you want to, really. And you get like certain benefits or certain bonuses if you do. It's like more experience and stuff like that.
Wherever life takes you next and whoever you're looking to be, there's a car for that on cars.com. Where to next?
I want this dude's armor. This dude's armor. That's I mean, it's white mantle, so you know he's probably gonna be a jerk. Oh, well, hey, wait. I'll come back. I'll come with you. Don't worry. I ain't gonna make you do it all by yourself. Mesmer is a god in Guild Wars 1. A good Mesmer will make it so that the whole Zerg of enemies can't do squad blindness and interrupt for days. Well, I mean, that's basically described like what we'll say the original Mesmer is. Or the Mesmer in Guild Wars 2 is. Oh, I guess respawns. Okay, yeah, we did go the wrong way, didn't we? That dude in the back. I would love to use some bleeding skills. Okay, let's go this way. No, run away. Don't engage. No, you guys had to engage, didn't you? Yeah, what's it? He's using so Prince Feywood over here has been just joining along for the journey just because he enjoys the game. It's the easiest way to put it. But he's been rocking the Stormbow and he's running a Ranger Mesmer setup. I'll be honest with you. Most of the story and most of what we've been doing here has been just so easy because he has been here. I mean, he's a level 20, he's at max, but you know, like he's absolutely crushing it, and I'm just following suit. That's all I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to survive. I had to make sure my music was staying. I had to turn down my music because I get a whole bunch of reverb if I don't. There we go. Highly salvageable. Oh wow, that got us like 11. Even in this game, you get to play Inventory Wars 2. All right, let's go get the. There we go. Add him to friends. I might as well. He's been carrying my poor ass. All right, here we go. Yeah, but my mod Spart gave me the fiery dragon sword during the end of last stream. Just like, hey, by the way, I know that you're doing this, so here you go. Like, just go ahead and have a good time with it. And it's like legitimately like the sword that I've like, oh, that's in my mind the sword. That is the sword that I needed. That is the sword that I wanted. Gotta do it. So like as soon as I was offered that opportunity, I was like, hell yeah, we're doing it. We're living the dream in this one. Oh dear, the Confessor's getting his ass kicked. You think because he's a level 20 monk, he could handle a couple of hexes. You think. Nope, he's a little B. Just a little one. Let's see. Ooh, Major Vigor. I'm following you. Here we go. You can get bags for doing the dailies. See? Like, and I think that's what's funny though, is that there's so much information about this game, and so many like this is actually a very in-depth game. Like there's a lot that you can get into. There's a lot that you can do. And I feel like a lot of people just don't, like, just because the graphics aren't good, or we'll say, or they were good for their time, but just because the graphics aren't like, you know, New World style, doesn't mean that the game isn't great. Like, there's just a lot of different ways that you can play, and I think one of the most important things, and something that I will stress always about any video game is ever, graphics do not compare to gameplay. If the gameplay is great, people will play it, and they'll love it. Perfect example is Undertale. We'll say, like, I think it's 2D and, you know, very, very simplistic. One of the, like, wildly successful games ever. Like, and it's just, you can't beat that kind of stuff. You really can't. I actually can bleed. By the way, the thing you were thinking of is the F11 key. Oh, okay, nice. That pops up with options, very nice. I got a champion loot box and it ascended the other day. Nice! I don't think I've ever, you know what, Steve, I think that I've never had that actually happen to me. I've never gotten an ascended box anywhere. I've had to basically buy all of my stuff. So, so good for you, man. Like, I feel like that's rare in and of itself. Oh, look, parry. Can I hit him with a parry? Oh, recharge that energy. Recharge that energy. Look, and you just funnel it straight to there. Wait for it. Where's my bow Nettie's defense? Am I blocking? Yeah. You pop that. See, it's a feed forward system. See, I know what I'm talking about. I don't know why my voice has to go up in inflection, but you guys get it. Oh, okay, I was gonna say, man, he's level 15. He's so much higher. I guess I'm level 12. That makes sense. That's worth. Keep that rune. Oh yeah, I have to get the expert salvaging kit though. I think I have everything up until Eye of the North, or you have to have Eye of the North. I'm not quite sure. Does anyone know that? Answer Glenn's question about getting the fiery dragon sword. And I don't have the blue fiery or the blue dragon sword yet. I know that you can get, like in Guild Wars 2, you can get the icy dragon sword, which is just basically a recolor of the fiery dragon, but it's not as iconic. It's not as iconic. Stressing me out. Crafted my ascended gear. I'll be honest with you, I got most of my ascended gear from PvP in Guild Wars 2. Just straight up. Like, and I've actually gotten all 3 of my legendary pieces for light armor through PvP. It takes time. It does, and sometimes it's a little bit of a pain in the neck to actually get to. But honestly, I love like being able to do that and just picking up a couple of matches here and there. One that I do have to go back and finish is getting my legendary backpack from PvP. And it's like, I mean, it works, it does, but I know that there's some people who are just like anything PvP related, they're like, immediately, I hate it. Did you cast Retribution? I think my watch yourself is better. Yeah, mine is better. Oh. Attack so slow, I'm gonna miss this bleed. Nope, got it. Nice. Nice. Been getting yours from the vault. Okay, okay, Prince Faye, what I got you? I don't know. Again, my voice has to go up in inflection. Shows intensity. Ooh, this is a big one. Tree of Renewal. And he just literally chucking a rock at me. I don't know if I should be worried that this tree is bleeding. Bomb. The game just warned me, and it goes, you've been playing for 2 hours. Please take a break. No. You can't stop me, ArenaNet. I'm gonna play the way I want to. The fact that they have to put that down. By no means in today's standards is that anything. I really hate to say it. Oh man. Alright, we gotta go finish up this quest, right? We gotta head back. Wow, Prince Feywood's already on it. I do have a legendary PvP armor. I have a head, shoulders, and chest. Chest I recently got. I do want to, and again, it's only for light armor thus far. Just because whenever I get into PvP, I really just play either my Elementalist or my Mesmer. I'll be honest with you, like, it's great. Like, I go in there, I get a couple of matches, I still have basically the same builds, and it's like, it's hilarious. It's because it's like I go in there and it's like I'll have like one match where I absolutely crush it, and then I do another match structured PvP, and I get like my face kicked in. Like, that's the only way to put it, and that's just Gw2 PVP for me at least. I know there's some people who have higher win percentages, but I ain't about that life. I'll be honest with you, I'm okay with 50-50. Let's go fight the set. Dad, do you craft ascended gear or get it through other means? Like I said, the main one that I've been getting it through is PvP, but I have been doing a bit more of World v World when I play Gw2, so more likely than not I might try to go through that way to get a legendary piece, just to kind of, one, also to spend more time in World v World, because I think I'm only like ranked like 22 or something. I know that I talked to some guy, or a guy commented, and he was like, yeah, I just picked up the game 2 months ago and I'm already ranked 100 in World v World. And I'm like, good God, how much are you playing? Like, that's a lot. What do you recommend for a legendary amulet? The easiest one that you can get for a legendary amulet, in my opinion, is just going to be the Champion's Regalia. Prismatic Champion's Regalia, which is the Return to achievements. Basically, you go through all the Living World seasons, and you basically do, I mean, it's everything that's in those particular zones. Come on, Diener. Are you following? Okay, nope.
I know who you are. You're the heroes everyone is talking about.
That's right.
Yeah, Spudsy said it. There you go.
To escort you back to the Temple of Tolerance.
We can't go back to the temple. It's swarming with undead.
That's already been taken care of. The temple is safe again.
Oh, thank the heavens. Confessor Dorian will be very pleased to have the scepter back. Very pleased indeed.
Then let's not keep him waiting.
I don't trust anything that just happened there, by the way. Steve Leon, I appreciate the additional super chat. Do you think Gw2 will ever add in another playable race? If so, would you like to play? Which would you like to play? If they added anything, if they added an additional playable race, my vote is for a Kodan. I would love to have a playable Kodan. I think that would be, in my opinion, perfect. That's the one that I would go for.
You have taken great risk today, placing yourself bravely in harm's way.
Why's that dude got such a pushed out chest?
Odds,
Kodan or Tengu? Tengu, oh, that's a good choice too.
And for that,
that's a good one.
In your debt. For your service
that'd
to
be
the
so
White
cool.
Mantle, it is my great pleasure to induct you into our organization.
Ooh, a title.
And bestow upon you the title of Knight of the Mantle.
Don't these guys betray us?
Knight of the Mantle.
I hate to call it, but don't these guys betray us in some way? And why are the girls like scantily clad up there? Like that seems horribly fitting for any type of combat that you may do. I'm just saying. Like I know it was a different time. Dwarves, oh, that would be a good option too. They have a bunch of options and they could, but I guess it's like, what would they do with the original story? They're totally going to betray us. I guarantee you that they would. I know they will. Wow, we covered a lot of distance, actually. Like, we did the seaboard, now we're all the way the hell up here. Shouldn't I be able to see Queensdale from here? I guess, is that Queensdale right over there? Maybe? Something like that. Alright, let's go clean out our inventory. Yeah, they'll totally betray us. Oh, I know they will. Like, they have to. Alrighty. Lots of bones. I'm gonna go throw all these bones in there. Throw that in. Common granite slab. Ingot. Hey, X-Dan, what's up, buddy? I'll zoom in. There you go. I'm zoomed in. There you go. Especially since they exist again in Soto. Like, I guess what pisses me off about the way that ArenaNet handles this is that it is an easy option that they could implement that would make people want to replay the game. Now, I'm not saying that you have to completely recreate like a brand new starting area, a brand new story. I mean, that would be nice if you have the assets, but if you just wanted to recreate a character, okay, so Kodan, we'll say for example, say for the Kodan or the dwarves, they basically start in the Norn starting area. You're in the Shiver Peaks. There you go. Okay, you're starting Wayfarer Foothills. Okay, simple. Tengu, you know, you could probably argue, maybe Kryta. I'm not quite sure on that one. But the idea is that you could just put them into a place where they're going to be anyway, and then let them go from there. Like, and I would buy that expansion or that cover, whatever you want. It's like, it's like you can make that happen. We could add a new class. We could add a new race, and it would just, we could do it. Murasat. Bar, I know you meant to say, you said, Murasat, but I read it as, Murasat. Sounds like you eat them. I don't know why. I'm very tired. I don't know how you say it, if they go against them or they go against you. Oh, well. I'm probably the jerk here in this story. I don't know. I feel like that's just the common protagonist. Ogre Ranger named Sourfang. That's actually really good. It's hard to level as a Rev as they didn't have the time to really flesh it out like the other core. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that they do with, and especially with the Revenant, I think is the best example, but they made it across the board available for everything. So if they did like the Coden or the Dwarves or anything like that, like they would have to put some work into it, I think, for it to be reasonably accepted. Like, and again, you have to have something that's going to draw people in. I would play like a Kodan warrior in a heartbeat. I would play a Kodan warrior. A dwarf, I would do like either a dwarf ranger or honestly a dwarf engineer. I would be all over that. Dwarf elementalist, you know. There you go. I pressed F9, by the way. Thank you, Greedy. Centaur. Centaur, I'd be curious to how they would do the armor for the Centaur. I'd be interested in that. They could. I do think that they could, but I don't know how that would actually go about. I gotta do my inventory stuff. Like, okay, so here's a question. Do the Centaur, so imagine Centaur, 4 legs, you have 1, 2, 3, 4. When they wear pants, do the pants just cover the front legs? Or is it a pair of pants that's like, just imagine the horse cover in half. Does it cover all 4 legs? We need to have these questions answered before we even like continue the story of the Centaur being added in as a playable race. How are they wearing pants? How are they wearing shoes? Do they get 4 pairs of shoes? Why do they get twice as many shoes as a normal character? These are very important for us to know. We gotta know the shit before we talk about it. Oh man. Thoughts on what we can get for a new expansion, like how Soto is adding new weapons to each class? I think that their best bet right now is to add the weapons because those are low effort, while they are working on something bigger. Honestly, if they can put together the we'll say the new content and the new weapons and add those animations into there, which the animations already exist. Now you just add the particle effects of the swings and all the effects, all that jazz. It would be really, really important for them to be able to expand on that. So what they're doing, and in my mind, because this is something that I've considered doing for a while, is essentially short-term content creation for long-term focus. So, and essentially, I'm focusing on something that's going to be easy, low-hanging fruit, as it were, that I can put together, put effort into it, of course, but then have it ready here in a little bit, so that down the line, I can focus on something bigger. I think that's what Guild Wars 2 is doing. If I had to venture a guess, I think what they're focusing on is the short term. What's something that we can turn around fairly easily, fairly quickly, that's going to drum up interest in the game, it's going to want to have people to play it, while I focus on something bigger. Now, is that new classes? Is that new races? Is that a new Guild Wars 3 expansion? There's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff that could be coming down the line. I guess it is my mind's bug. It could go a couple of different ways, in my opinion. But we'll have to see. I really like to have Codan, Centaur. It's good time for wine. By the way, Sven, we had a Spanish Red last night. My wife and I do wine nights. Like once or twice a week, we'll sit down, we'll have a couple glasses of wine, we'll watch a terrible movie, and basically be able to like conversate with each other without having a kid interrupt us every like 5 seconds. So yeah, I think that's the kind that we had. It was very nice. I went to sleep at like 9:30. It was glorious. maybe a Rioja. I read it as a Rioja. I hope they have an expansion on the Aura's Council. Fine. I know that there's an Icy Dragon Sword. I know. I'm aware. I've been made aware of it. Does my wife play video games? She actually does not. And this is actually something that we've talked about why it's beneficial. Because she's had a lot of experience, bad experiences with gamers, we'll say, in the past. So when I told her I play video games, it was kind of like I was already starting in the red. I had to like work my way back up. I was like, hey, I tell really corny jokes. I don't know. But she doesn't play video games. She likes to watch her shows. She's very shopping savvy. She's very, very good with like how she manages her money and stuff like that. So like her big thing is finding deals and coupons that normal people wouldn't have any idea what the hell. Not for me. I don't have any idea. She completely like balances me out in that shit. Flagship for the next X-Pack to run into a problem. People who don't like the class, no content for them. True. I feel like ArenaNet's scared to pull the trigger on a lot of things, honestly. They could do quite a bit. But again, you kind of have to shake the foundation if you want to grow. I think, in my opinion. Anyway, I do want to say thank you guys because it is now 11:15 and I'm starting to get the sleepies. I want to thank Fritz Faywood for running with me for this whole time. Steve, I very much want to thank you for all of your donations. I appreciate your super chats and all that, and I'm glad that you were enjoying Guild Wars 2 and that you're having fun with the game. Again, I really appreciate you guys just hanging out. We're just having some fun, just chilling, playing some old-fashioned video games. It's actually very, very nice. Decent sized video, and I say decent, it's about 3 hours long. Coming out this week. Yeah, big one. I'm gonna try to finish up working on that tomorrow, render it, because it's gonna take all damn day. But hopefully you guys enjoy it. Hopefully you guys have some fun. Yeah. Aside from that, stay caffeinated, folks.